as always, appreciate all you guys coming. The fans were great. Student section, love it. Back was jumping. Obviously played an elite team. Got off to a tough start, and you can't do that against a really good, well-coached Michigan team that's ranked and, you know, does a great job. So we got ourselves in a little hole, and I thought we played well in the second half, but you can't get yourself in a hole against a team ranked in the top 5.
Steve, they had Iggy shot 8 of 14. He made 5 3-pointers. How did that figure into your game plan?
Yeah, well, they all shoot, so I think 5 of their guys made threes. I mean, we really tried to do a great job. We had one day to prepare, try to get them to, you know, we had to have elite closeouts, worried about Poole, worried about, you know, all their players from three-point land. And he really, we had, every time we made you know, a mistake on the defensive end, he made us pay, and he was really good. I mean, obviously, he was really good, and he drove it by us too. You know, he had a great game. He was one of the best young guys in the league, and he played that way today.
I know you said they were elite, but I mean, I think they started 7 of 9. It was a little bit more. I know you guys said you didn't have a great start, but it was them too, I would assume, right? You can't really account for that start.
Yeah, I mean, they made every shot. You know, they got off to a great start, and then we kind of were digging, and I thought we could have made it interesting. Gio had a step back that could have cut it to 5. I think the rack would have blown the roof off the place, but, you know, we needed some timely, you know, stops defensively or some timely offensive possessions, and you know, you just can't play that way. Every time we made a mistake, they made us pay, you know, on the offensive end. And, you know, I didn't think our defense was great. I really didn't, and it needed to be today. It needed to be great.
Steve, you scored 65 and only turned it over 9 times against maybe the best defense in the country. What was the keys to your offense?
I mean, you know, we got to take care of the ball, and that was a huge key going into the game. You know, it really was. And I thought we did a pretty good job. Again, they blitzed us thoroughly, you know, with their offensive possessions, and you know, I thought offensively too, and the shots we missed I liked. So there were a lot of good looks that I thought we didn't take advantage of, a lot of layups. You know, so, you know, I thought we could have put a number like 70 on them if we were really on top of our game. But they're really good. I mean, they're good defensively, they're good offensively. That's why they're top 5 team.
Steve, did Michigan do anything differently offensively than you saw on tape that allowed them to get?
I mean, they really space you out. They got elite shooters. You know, Teskey's a problem. You know, and obviously Iggy is a tough matchup for people. But point guard runs them. He ran them today. He did a really good job. You know, they have good players at those wing spots. Livers comes off the bench and it's a big 3 too. So they got a lot of answers. It's a good basketball team.
What was your biggest takeaway from the bad start? Obviously, aside from the bad start, you got talking about a tie game. What was your biggest takeaway from it?
I mean, you just can't, you know, you can't, and when you're playing an elite team, you can't have a bad start, you can't have a bad middle, you can't have a bad ending. You know, you have to play well the whole time. You know, you can't have any bad when you're playing an excellent team, an elite team. So, you know, we happened to not start off the right way, but, you know, I got to give them credit too. They made some shots, and it's hard to come in someone else's building and make your first 5, 6, 7 shots. I don't know what they, you know, it's not an easy thing to do, and we're pretty good defensively too.
You said you need to play a 40-minute game to, you know, have a chance. After letting up 43 points at the half, the most the team's given up, what did you see out of the team coming out, you know, letting up 34, and probably was played later at the game there?
Yeah, I mean, we played them even in the second half. Again, you know, just too many points, you know, and I thought offensively too, we took some tough shots that helped their offense. I gave them 43 points. We took about 4 or 5 bad shots in the first half, and they got us in transition, and, you know, that helped our offensive numbers too. So again, you know, they make you pay when you make a mistake, and mistakes can be bad passes, bad shots, or mistakes on the defensive end, you know, on your screen coverage.
Was some of those bad shots due to their defense? So it just seemed like every time you guys made a pass, they were right there in your face. There wasn't really much room.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't feel that way. I thought we actually, you know, I like Miles' 9 shots. I thought, you know, I think he could make 7 out of those 9. I like a lot of Gene's shots. I thought we got some looks in there, but they're a really good defensive team too. They're long. They try to choke out passing lanes at times. We do the same thing. But, you know, they made 11 threes. That's a big number, and we got to score a lot of 2s to make up for 11 threes.
Steve, they dared you to beat them inside offensively. What kind of learning lesson is this for your young backcourt?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, is that their strategy? That's what they dared to beat us?
It looked like they basically let you guys go one-on-one inside with the idea of choking off these two guys on the perimeter.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe that was their strategy. We throw the ball inside, so, I liked our guys getting touches, and our guys in the post are our best passers. Gene had 6 assists the other day, Miles our best passer. I like to play inside out at times, and I like when we get out in transition. What they do is take away your transition because they don't have anyone crash the boards, so they're always back in transition. So they make it a half-court game, and we always want to play play to our strengths, share the game, and Ted's got a few open ones getting to the rack, and you take what teams give you. But these two guys are #1 on the scouting report now, so that's not easy either. You got to be better than the scouting report, and they did a good job trying to make their lives miserable.
Beeline said that he mentioned Gio's name 100 times to Simpson in practice per day this week. That's kind of what it's getting at. That's what's going to happen here.
Well, I think each team will pick a different guy, and I know Ohio State mentioned his name a few times too, after he had a career high. So, that's what teams are going to do. The good part is I say to Gio, it's better they're mentioning your name than not. That means you're a pretty good player. So, but nothing's going to be easy. And when you're playing an elite defensive team like that, they're going to try to take away option 1, option 2 if they can. And, that's what they're going to see the rest of the season, both these guys. And these two are young backcourt, and they're going to learn from how these different teams play him. And he's a really good defender, too. He's a really good defender.
Let's get one more question. Anyone? No? Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Gio.